Efficiency is a huge topic in this industry. The snow is only there for a short time and you got a limited amount of time to clear it. And manpower nowadays is very hard to find. So sidewalk solutions for your bigger contractors is definitely an issue. UTVs are something we've definitely see pick up in the last couple of years, not only for the homeowner market, but in the commercial market, where you can put a small spreader in the bed and have a V-plow on the front. You've got stuff like the Snow Raider that can do sidewalks. And on the plow side, going to something like the expandable plow, the Western Whiteout or the Fisher XLS or the Snow X 8100 power plow, those plows cut down your time. They can carry 30% more snow, which will also cut down your time and how many trucks you need on the parking lot.
With the exception of doing more ATVs and UTVs, there hasn't been a whole lot. The Snow Raider has been out for quite a few years, the Toro unit. There's some new accessories for that, but it's been a lot more going into the UTV market. That gives a ability to put a person inside a cab instead of out in the elements. It's really hard to get somebody to go do sidewalks when it's 10 degrees below zero out and the wind is blowing. If you put them in a cab, they're happy to go out and work. Most people.
So as far as efficiencies, especially with now we have a constraint on labor, I think there's a couple things, and I'm a big proponent of the switch and go. I think that's a great solution. But there's a new product that's out of Finland that's here at the show today. It's called Hilltip, and they have a pretty awesome setup. It's a modular style salt spreader, so you can get multiple different sizes by just adding a center unit. But it's a polyurethane spreader that's actually hollowed out that doubles as tanks for your brine, and it comes equipped with geofencing software, so that you can actually control when the salt starts on, and when the salt spreader turns on, when the brine starts on, based on how you design your geofence. It also is controlled by ground speed. It's pretty revolutionary, and they're a new company over in Europe, and they're taking over Europe like crazy. And they've just been introduced to the U.S., and I can't wait to get my hands on one because they're pretty awesome equipment.
Well, the biggest thing is the Snow Raiders that are behind me, and the small one and the new mag unit that's going to basically do whatever they can to eliminate people. They never break down, they never call in sick. They're pretty good.
Now, because nobody can find any help, everybody and their brother either has the little articulating meter wheel loaders like the Bobcat 28, the Aviant, the Multi-Quip, or like the Kanga mini loaders, the Boxer Power mini stand-on skid steers, the Toro Dingos, your Bobcat MT55 walk-behinds with snow removal attachments. Or you get guys that are going to like the Boss Snow Raider or the Ventrac stand-on unit that's there. There's also a couple other companies that are coming up, and that is with their own versions that are coming out. Or you're getting a lot of guys that are going to UTVs and ATVs, because again, you can pay a guy $25 an hour and tell him, hey, you're going to sit in a nice warm cab and going to get to whip around the park on a little UTV, and they're going like, yeah, I'm ready to do that. So that's something you're seeing a lot in the market. Another thing you see a lot of guys doing too is walk behind power brooms. That was something the industry's always done, but you're seeing those more and more popular. And also the walk behind push snow shovels, the snow dozer and stuff like that. One of my customers has over 100 of them for his sidewalk guys. So you've got to cut down your labor costs on your sidewalks. The other thing is going to brine on the sidewalks, your pre-treating cost, your cost of putting material down, and the fact that it works instantaneously because you're skipping an entire step of physics, going from a solid salt crystal to a brine. It's already in liquid form, so it's working instantaneously. So that's some of the stuff we're seeing in the sidewalks, and the sidewalks are continuously getting worse because that's where our biggest slip and fall liability is. So that's the stuff you got to worry about the most, and mechanicals of the removal sidewalk is going to be where that's going to go to, and it's only going to get worse as time goes along because you're not going to be able to find guys that do it. So that's something this industry needs to look more. If you haven't done one yet, you need to seriously consider buying that kind of equipment.